the Shastra Pramanas, scriptural evidences, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas, Apta Pramanas, Aptas. Who are the Aptas? The experience results of the Aptas. Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvarsiddhas, all of them, millions of them, who are the authority of Hinduism, who are the scientists who time-tested, verified the science of power manifestation. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan's very own Leela to showcase how a human can transform into the space of oneness as Paramashiva in the superconscious space. Beautifully, Bhagavan enacts the Leela to showcase for us to understand the reality. The Shakshi Pramana, the experience of the millions of disciple devotees, followers all around the world, initiated by Bhagavan himself into the science of power manifestation, that each one of us can have a superconscious breakthrough and live in a superconscious space rather than the human body and the mind. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring in the effect of being in the enlightened state. The thoughtless space is quite possible, and that is the science, is all about science of our manifestation. The peace that we can experience is extraordinary when we understand the thoughtless space. That is why each and every human goes into the deep sleep every single day, and that is the most delightful thing that each and every human being attest for. So let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, the scriptural reference for the remote vision. From the Sutra 63, Dharana 40, Vijnana, consciousness, Bhairava, one who experiences consciousness beyond the mind. And Tantra is the method. How step by step we have a science lab, a math lab, methods. We have the conscious lab. That is science of our manifestation. Here in the conscious lab, we do not use gadgets nor the mind. We use only the conscious sovereignty and follow the steps that Bhagavan has given to experience the oneness with Paramashiva. This is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra.
Pramana, Dharana 40. Sarvam deham chinmayam hi jagatva aribhavayet yugapan nirvikalpena manasa paramodayaha. Sarvam deham chinmayam hi jagatva aribhavayet yugapan nirvikalpena manasa paramodayaha.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says, beautiful steps one should continuously cognize. As step number 1, keeping the mind beyond the movement of thought. Step number 2, free from the doubts or the root cognition. No SDHT. Step number 3, then the whole body, even the whole universe, microcosm and macrocosm, are simultaneously the essence of the nature of consciousness in infinity space of oneness. Then the supreme awakening, the final step, the supreme awakening happens as conscious body, cosmic body. The conscious sovereignty happens as reality. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says how Nachiketa was a small boy of 7 years or 10 years who went to Yama, and he challenges Yama to teach him the science of death. And beautifully Bhagavan says, if you understand death, you will understand life more successful, more auspiciousness. And Yama, being so integrated to death, absolutely he has become such beautiful space of compassion, removing us from the suffering to give us the new body, new space. Like Bhagavan says, you are upgraded laptop now to laptop version, the Windows version 10 rather than Windows version 1 that you're struggling with. Just because Windows 1 is taken off, the Windows 10 is given, which is more amazing, and it can perform 1,000 times more than the Windows 1. How we understand the software, that's how our matter, our body, if we understand that what we are understanding only from the body, we are stuck with that. But if you understand death, that everybody, one which is reality, which is the truth, which is the existential reality, everything, everyone, everything has to become the ash. The ultimate thing that we apply, the ashes, is reminder of everything becomes an ash. Then what remains? The conscious sovereignty remains. One small boy asked the grandfather, "Who is in that video I am seeing?" The grandfather says, "Oh, it's me." The child says, "How can it be you? It is not old. It is a small boy." And the grandfather says, "Yes, it is me. I am that when I was small." And so the child says, "Oh, you are that and you are this, what you are." So the child sees there is a change in the body, how we have lost the child body and got a new body of an adult, and how we start changing every minute and everything is constantly changing. But one thing is very clear, that I am existing in all the forms as me, which is not changeable. The conscious sovereignty which does not change. It is the unchangeable, the eternal truth. And if we understand the higher reality, how we exist, and what is eternal, what is that which does not change, we don't have any fear of that. We get fear only from the things which are changing because we have to lose something. Bhagavan beautifully says, life has no hypocrisy. Nothing can be removed from you because you do not change. Only what is changeable is changing in you, which is a delusion. Other than delusion, nothing changes in you. That is a beautiful space to experience, that nothing changes, nothing loses. Then the fear that we are holding simply goes away. That is what Nachiketa learns from Yama, that once you learn once you learn about the death, there is nothing for us but only successful, because the way we perceive everything in the outer world is only that is changing, and that is a reflection of my own self. If I understand the higher reality, that I am eternal, I am Paramashiva, then that which is going to be in the outer world has to be eternal. I am thinking, I am changing, the outside world also projects as it is changing. Everything is a perception of what we are doing continuous samyamas. Bhagavan says, we are doing samyama on laziness, boredom, tiredness, disease, death. Instead, he says, fake it and make it. You experience the ultimate with Paramashiva as the ultimate, as who you are, which is unchangeable, which is constant, which is always alive, which is always existing as reality. Once we understand this, have a huge completion, lots of things just wither away and lots of things just manifest as ultimate. If I understand that, what is the reality? Then the reality is I am manifesting what I want, when I want, how I want as my reality. That greater science starts happening as manifestation. Nachiketa learns the greatest science from Yama, the lord of death, Dharma. He is known as Dharma because he have an uncompromisable compassion, just like Bhagavan, who's always willing to give the best for his disciples and devotees. Beautiful Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana are the truths from the people who have lived and had a superconscious breakthrough as Siddhas, and beautifully here from Sai Satcharitra, chapter 7, page 42. He sees the firing pit in many places, and he sees the woman working with the small baby, and he sees from remote vision that the fall of the baby into the fire pit. And exactly so the mother tripped on a log and was about to drop the baby in the fire. But because Baba was there, Sai Baba caught the baby and said, just be careful. And he saved the child and the women from the great trauma and agony. When we are with Bhagavan, somebody would come and always save us from all the traumas and living the greatest life of only peaceful surrender to Bhagavan's lotus feet. Again and again, the great science is taught to us how the conscious sovereignty, living that as ultimate reality, like the sutra says, continuously cognizing Paramashiva in your inner space. Every moment is auspiciousness and abundance, and free from all the traumas and all the karmas. Bhagavan beautifully here speaks about how he landed in the body with pure love and consciousness for the humanity.
Borders. 1/10 of that money, if we decide to share with the neighboring countries, poverty in the neighboring countries, and they will not try to penetrate your fence and they will not go on digging tunnels to come into your country. It is just a little bit of consciousness on just a simple decision to make all the things available to us as a normal life for human beings. Just like atomic power can be used or misused. It can be used to produce whatever human beings need for all human beings on the planet Earth. Or it can be misused to destroy the whole planet Earth without human beings. Either it can be used to create whatever luxuries available on the planet Earth, or it can be used to destroy whatever is there in the planet Earth. The whole life can be wiped out. The concept of wealth, which encourages continuous creation, the concept of wealth which continuously encourages creation, not which leads human beings towards destruction, which leads human beings towards creation. Starving and obesity, it is just consciousness which is needed, not the infrastructure. What is going on? I think I need to really create this question towards all the people who are decision making on the planet Earth. 6 billion people, at least 2 billion are working full time. And all our ancestors have created so much of intelligence and infrastructure, machineries and system. What are you guys are doing? Still, if you are not able to provide food, clothes, medical care and basic comforts for the 6 billion people, something is seriously wrong. The right way of using power. Patanjali is now going to talk about the great science of inner nuclear power. That is why he wants you to be prepared before initiating you into the power. It's a very powerful technique. Unless you prepare yourself with the last technique, means doing samyama on love, doing samyama on friendliness, you should not enter into this process. Please understand. If you enter into today's process without doing samyama on love and friendliness, without creating heart, friendliness, love in you, if you create power, it will be almost like a nuclear weapons being caught in the hands of terrorists. It is 131st Sutra of any kind of strength, such as that of the elephant, one obtains that strength. Swami Sachidananda translates as, by samyama on the strength of the elephants and such other such animals, their strength is obtained. Before entering into the sutra, I wanted you to understand few basic truths. You are not as solid as you think. You are just liquid. Any shape your inner space takes, your inner essence also takes that same space. You are what you think you are.
Shakshi Pramana. Beautifully, Bhagavan described how the inner space, whatever shape we hold inside, if we hold struggle, inauthenticity, and all the traumas, then outer reality would be that. If you hold Paramashiva, Parashakti inside your inner space constantly, your heart is the universe. You are projecting Paramashiva as your reality. Now, beautifully, there's a Shakti Paramana for remote viewing. Here he describes even the model that is made from which country by remote scanning the house and the objects. Initiated disciples all over the world manifesting the power and sharing their testimonial. Let's listen to the devotee that he is doing a remote scanning of others' houses.
My name is Chico Pfeiffer. I'm from Holland but live in Spain currently, and I'm a holistic beauty and health practitioner. It was a remote vision about scanning a house, and I could scan the whole living room of the person which is sitting in front of me, which I never met. I would never even saw his house, and I could see all the furniture, his television, the closets. I saw boxes and books. I saw actually his whole living room. So the guy was trying to get me more difficult questions, and then he said, like, can you see where I bought the table? And then I was able to look under beneath the table, and I saw the mark made in Morocco. And I said that, and he says, oh yes, that's really true. And then he even asked me, can you see a glass and chandelier? And I said, yes, it's on your dining table. I saw straight away where it was. And I could also look under beneath it, and I could see it was made in Italy and Venice. So when I said it, the man really was always like, oh my God, this is so amazing. So yeah, that was our...
Beautiful. You can understand how the beautiful space of oneness manifest as powers. The powerful cognition, when you are in oneness with Paramashiva, you start manifesting powers. Now the guidelines for our manifestation of power of remote vision. Now we can scan anybody's house or childhood home or office, somewhere you have not gone for your friends or family, and you can scan that and tell them very particular details. If you can start recording, that will be the most beautiful moment that you can play and see how you have scanned the house. And if you have the Jnananjan, Bhagavan's very own DNA, in your Kantamala, you can apply in your third eye and your temple. If you don't have, you can apply the Basma and Kumkum, which is also the Aushadas. If you don't have them also, if you can apply the turmeric, that is also fine, which detox the third eye. Now you can sit with any of the partner or call any partner and tell them you're going to scan something in their home. You can scan their house, or you can scan something and scan their childhood home or their office or their friend's home or their grandparents' home. However you are comfortable with and they are comfortable, you can scan that and particularly give them detail, not randomly, so that you yourself feel very authentic about the whole thing. The number of rooms, number of floors, the facades, the unique features of the house, the architectural plan, whatever you think is so particular about that house or that locality, you can write down the detail and then you can share it with them. Even if you got something one correct, it doesn't matter. Don't go for the quantity, go for the quality. You are manifesting the powers even if you experience the Kundalini energy. Constantly, life is a manifestation. We are taught from the society that logically we have to live with thinking. And here Bhagavan says, drop your thinking. Thinking is not required for living superconscious space. Once you drop, you understand the higher consciousness, how you are, existential reality. You are a quantum and you think in quantum, how you function as strings all over the world, how you connect to everything and manifest everything as like you see the house, walking into the house and seeing everything how you do it in the dream. Exactly, you can do that right now, and you can experience the oneness and write down the detail or draw the detail and share it with them. So go ahead and let's start the deep meditation to experience the oneness. Bhagavan has beautifully given us the steps. Sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line so that the Kundalini raises from Muladhara to your Agnya. Visualize Paramashiva. Whatever you visualize inside, Bhagavan says, if you can visualize the elephant inside and do a samyama on it, constantly cherish that, you will have a strength of the elephant. What you cherish in your life, you become that. How they say the worm keeps on looking at the bee that it's so scared it'll eat, but finally it becomes the bee itself because it cherishes the bee constantly. That's how we transform into a new reality. Same way, when you cherish Paramashiva in your inner space and go to the Bhava, just sit with Paramashiva, enjoying Parashakti with her 25 heads, 75 eyes, and so alive with 50 hands and all the weapons, and so beautiful and graceful. Hold that in your inner space. You will feel so alive, and that space, that bhava and that oneness space. And chanting the Mahavakya, what happens? When you chant the Mahavakya, the mantra slowly becomes inside you and it becomes the Japa Japa. After that, you listen to your sound inside you. That is the Ajapa Japa. You start only listening. There is no chanting. If you listen all the great avatars, Sharada Devi used to chant Ramanama 1 lakh times for every day. And for the devotees who do not chant, who she initiated, she'll chant more times for them also, so that they don't miss the chant. So chanting is one of the most beautiful space, and chanting Mahavakya itself is the ultimate, the shortest distance that you have between Bhagavan and you is that very chant. Once you chant and make it Ajaba Ajaba, simply you can get connected to Bhagavan any moment. It's like more than 911 call. It's just a thought away. It's just a chant away for us. No thought away. Here we only say it's just a chant away, that you can get connected to Paramashiva, who has come down as our Guru, and get connected to him in your inner space. Simply you see the manifestation, any manifestation happening right in front of you. And all this has been experienced by millions, and we can experience that right now. So let's entangle with Bhagavan in the conscious quantum space and chant the Mahavakya, be in the bhava of Paramashiva, Parashakti, and experience the conscious sovereignty as our reality. Let's start chanting and penning down whatever comes, pen down, and we can circle whatever is right then. So just don't have any self-doubt, any self-denial, unclutch from everything. Any thought comes, very clearly say, thought does not belong to me. I am Paramashiva. Very clearly tell and let it go away, and simply you be in the space of Paramashiva continuously, cherishing and melting in the Paramashiva space. And simply you will see Paramashiva manifesting all your abundance and reality. It is not you're just scanning the house, you are healing the house from the Vastu problem. Any scanning done on the house removes all the karma from the house and liberates and brings auspiciousness and abundance. So when you're scanning, Paramashiva is scanning, literally entering the house. So with that beautiful space, start manifesting the power of remote vision. Start chanting the Mahavakya.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up,
Paramashivoham.
manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour.
So beautiful. Whatever Paramashiva has shown you now, please open your eyes, and whatever you have written down, please call that person and verify all these great truths that Bhagavan is giving us prasada for each one of us to understand the superconscious breakthrough. It is like you go to a temple, you get a glimpse of Paramashiva, even just a minute, but after that you get the prasada that you can share with the world and experience the ultimate also, which heals us tremendously. Just even that 1 minute of glimpse, it just activates us to the ultimate space. Even 1 minute of, if you touch the current and you're gone, whether it is a king or a beggar, like that, even a minute of us experiencing the oneness, simply we can manifest powers. Bhagavan says, even thoughtless space for 3 to 4 seconds, we can manifest powers. And if you are 21 seconds, not minutes, 21 seconds in that thoughtless space, oneness with Paramashiva, you are in the enlightened state. That is why it is as more simple than a blink of an eye that Bhagavan says. But simply we have to start living that thoughtless space as the reality. For us to get to that space, for us to understand that the emotion, that whatever we are going through is not the reality, the delusion and the conscious sovereignty who we are, the Paramashiva, the quantum space. Simply, if we start understanding, we will be in the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says 30 days to enlightenment. If you understand that everything is ashes for 30 days before you sleep and experience the oneness of breathing with Paramashiva, you will be in the ultimate space of Paramashiva itself. The more you understand and let go from this outer world, like how you go to sleep or deep sleep and dream state, you can also let go this world without getting hurt to get the new space of consciousness. When you let go this emotion, the conclusions, all the ideas, thinking from this world, we also reside in the lotus feet of Paramashiva, experiencing the quantum space. So we'll have one more cycle of remote vision. Let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Continuously chant the Mahavakya enjoying, relishing the Mahavakya more and more and more as your very own sound, who you are, and more you holding Paramashiva continuously in your inner space while you do all your work. Annamalai Swami was always with Ramana Maharshi of Paramahamsa Nithyananda. What Annamalai Swami said when an interview came and asked what tapas he did, he just walked out. And everybody asked, why did you walk out of the interview? And he said, the interview person is asking what tapas I did. What did I do? I didn't do anything. All I held was when Ramana Maharshi told me that I have to hold Ramana Maharshi in the inner space, Arunachala in the inner space, and do all the activity. I just followed my Guru as my reality. In every instant, I know that he is functioning, he is happening, he is manifesting. So that's all I did. I didn't do anything. So how can I take the credit of doing a tapas? But actually, he's done the ultimate tapas in every action, every thought, every word. If you're Paramashiva, then your life is Paramashiva. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya, holding that oneness space continuously, chanting the Mahavakya and experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva.
Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third actions. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Beautiful. You can all open your eyes. And the last part is sharing. And sharing to the world is constant involvement of your space. When you are so excited, nobody have to tell you to share. You will be constantly telling everybody. If you've just got the best thing, the best prize, you can remember that day only telling everybody what you got, best lottery or best job, the whatever you just desire, or the spouse. You will be telling the world and painting the world with that message. That is how, when you celebrate each and every power manifestation, you are going to be experiencing more and more manifestation. The power manifestation happens more you reiterate to yourself that the Paramashiva space is the most exciting space. Initially, you start faking it, but then you will make it that Paramashiva's ultimate space. It's like somebody giving you $1 trillion and saying, hey, go and spend it. You will be in a speechless space, awestruck space. That is exactly each power manifestation is. You are in the space of oneness. Brahmanya Bahuputratam. You are the inheritance of the cosmos. Each and every one of you who have been here in the power manifestation session. Am I the chosen one? Yes. If you have stepped into this place, then you are the one. You are the ultimate. And the billions of people who doesn't even know their Paramashiva space. If you are here, bless yourself that you are the ultimate and share with the world that you are the ultimate. We fake so many of the problems and struggles and everything, and we paint the town with that. We start painting, I am Paramashiva, I am manifesting the ultimate reality. Then we'll understand that becomes real. What we persist, that is become the reality. So share it in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation or your social media platform and tag it to your friends and families. And if you see the $sign, you can offer your gratitude. Guru Purnima time is the Chaturmasya time. It's the best time to offer to Kailasha, to your Guru, the ultimate that he's offering you all these gifts, and all these gifts can be made when you offer your gratitude. It can be as simple as 1 unit of your currency, but it counts a lot. Each and every time, each one votes for this Paramashiva space as ultimate. your Kailasha in your heart expands and you experience the ultimate oneness. These are signs given by Bhagavan himself. So simple integrity, simple obedience makes us the ultimate. Let's surrender all this powerful cognition, power manifestation to Bhagavan's lotus feet, and in deep gratitude and earning, start experiencing Paramashiva as our reality. And thanking Bhagavan and each and every one of you. Let's end this session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. See you after next satsang, next darshan in Kailash Kotia.